Hey, Kerry Russell here from the blog mechanic.com, and in this video I'm going to give you a demonstration of the WordPress Rocket plugin. This is a plugin I have used many times before to help clients that I work with speed up their WordPress website, and I absolutely love WordPress Rocket because number one, it is the easiest and fastest way to improve the load time of a WordPress website, even if you're not tech savvy and you have no knowledge or experience with website speed. Number two, once the plugin is installed and configured, you will see a significant improvement in website performance and overall load time. You can also have the plugin installed and working for you in about 20 minutes or less. And number three, WordPress Rocket is affordable for almost everyone, and it's a much cheaper solution than hiring a developer or a site speed specialist to speed up your website for you. So to demonstrate the plugin, I have set up a demo website on Bluehost, just a standard shared hosting account. I chose Bluehost because their servers are not optimized for speed. So that gives you an opportunity to see the true potential of using WordPress Rocket to speed up your website. I've also already run a performance test on the demo site. So as you can see from the results, the website is taking longer than 5 seconds to load, which is really bad for SEO and for user experience. To the left, Google is rating the website quite poorly. We have a page speed score of 59%, which is giving us an E grade. And then we have a Y-Slow score, which is the score given by Yahoo. We have a C grade at 77%. So all in all, the scores are pretty bad and they definitely need improving. So to show you how easy it is to improve the scores using WordPress Rocket and how quickly it is as well, what I'm going to do is install WordPress Rocket on the demo website that I have created. I will show you how to set it up for best results, and then we'll come back here to GT Metrics and we'll run another performance test. So with that said, I am logged in to my WordPress Rocket account. If you want to follow along with this video and actually speed up your WordPress website as I'm demonstrating the video with you, then visit theblogmechanic.com/go/WP Rocket. You can then purchase a license, and once you've purchased a license, you can log in to your WordPress Rocket account. Or if you want to wait until a later time to purchase WordPress Rocket, that's absolutely fine too. Either way, when you log into WordPress Rocket and you go to the license tab, you will see a green download button. So we're going to download the plugin. So I'll let that download. Save file. Yes, we want to save the file. Now just to make things easier, I'm actually going to drag and drop the downloaded file to my desktop. Like so. So once I've downloaded the file, I'm going to upload it to WordPress. I am logged in to my WordPress admin dashboard for the demo site that I've set up. So from the dashboard area, I'm simply going to go to plugins and add new. Then just like I would any other plugin, I'll click the upload plugin button, browse, select the file, click open, and then click install. And then I'll just wait for WordPress to install that file. Okay, so that didn't take too long. Once it's installed, I'm going to click activate plugin. Which is actually taking a bit longer. I think my internet is a bit slow today. Okay, so the plugin is now activated. So what I'm going to do is go to the WordPress Rocket tab towards the top of the screen and click, well actually I'll click WordPress Rocket. That'll take us to the dashboard. Okay, so if I scroll down slightly, you can see a message saying congratulations, WordPress Rocket is now activated and already working for you. However, you do need to configure the settings a little bit further because out of the box, there's just some default settings that are configured. So what I'm going to do now is just walk you through the settings and show you how easy it is to actually configure the plugin and improve your WordPress speed and overall performance scores. So with that said, first of all, I'll go to the cache plugin. Now, enable caching for mobile devices will already be selected for you, and it's very unlikely you will need to check the second option, which basically creates a different cache for mobile devices. You know, it's 2020, most mobile themes are mobile responsive, so you won't have different versions of your website for desktop and for mobile. If you do need to use mobile caching, then WordPress Rocket will let you know. It will give you a notice. So, you know, if you're not seeing a notice, leave it unchecked. Don't enable caches for logged in users because that can cause issues on the admin end. And then basically, you don't need to make any changes unless you're being told by WordPress Rocket that you need to use mobile devices. If that's the case, then of course you would save your changes. So moving on to the next tab, we'll go to File Optimization. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful with the file optimization settings, but please just let me say, do not worry, because the settings on this page will not permanently break your WordPress website, okay? Some of them may affect certain functionalities on your website, but it's only temporarily. If you notice anything funky on your website, anything's not working as it should do, after configuring these settings, all you have to do is uncheck them, so unselect them, save your changes, and everything will go back to normal. You know, if you use free WordPress plugins to speed up WordPress, such as, excuse me, such as W3 Total Cache, Auto Optimize, any of the other free WordPress plugins out there, there's a very good chance they will break your website, and if they do, the only way it's going to go back to normal is through a backup restore, okay? But WordPress Rocket will not break your website, so please do not worry, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is just select Minify CSS files. You will get a warning saying that something can break, but like I said, it is reversible. So just click Activate Minify CSS files. Click Combine CSS files, and then activate Combine CSS files. Now, I've always found that checking the third option can mess up the website a little bit. It can just cause like loading issues and like text to flash unnecessarily. So you can try it, and then if you notice any problems, just uncheck it. But personally, I like to leave that unchecked. So once you've done that, we're not going to do the JavaScript settings yet. We're just going to scroll down and click Save Changes. Okay, so those changes have saved now. I'll just wait for my browser tab to load completely, like so. Next, we're just going to clear the cache. So WordPress Rocket, clear cache, because we're going to view the website now in a cognito window. So once the cache is cleared, in the top left corner, hover over the name of your website, go to Visit Site, open up the menu and just go to Open Link in New Private Window. And that's going to open up the website for us. So I'll pull this over, and all you're doing is just very quickly looking through to make sure there's nothing that looks out of place or the text formatting hasn't changed, just something, just make sure there's nothing different about the website, okay? Flick through a couple of the navigation menus, and if everything looks good, then you're good to go. At the moment, I would say we're good to go. So I'm going to minimize the window. Back to WordPress Rocket settings, to the File Optimization tab, and we're going to do the JS files now. So again, I'm just going to select them all. Any warning messages I get, I'm going to bypass them, because like I say, they can be undone if they cause any negative effects. With everything checked, I'm going to click Save Changes. Okay, so those changes are saved. Once again, I'll just wait for my browser to fully stop loading, like so. Clear the cache. When the cache is cleared, go back to your site title, top left corner, and visit the site in a Cognito window. I'll just pull this in. And again, just make sure everything's working okay. Make sure nothing looks odd, nothing looks funky, nothing's broken. You know, you might want to go to your Contact Us page, make sure the contact form is still working. So everything looks perfectly fine here. So I'll minimize that down. So next I'm going to go to the Media tab, and I am going to enable lazy load for images, enable lazy load for iframes and videos, and I'm going to replace YouTube iframe with preview image. Now, if you don't have any videos on your website, then you don't need to check these two options. You can leave them off. But if you do have videos, YouTube videos, then I recommend selecting them. It will help your website load faster. Emojis, keep them disabled. Embeds, you want to select that. And then the last option, not everybody will be able to use WebP images because some servers don't allow you to serve them. Okay, so even if you try and install a WordPress plugin that will generate and serve them, that may not work for you. It depends what server you are on. So I'm just going to leave that unchecked and then click Save Changes. Okay, those changes have been saved now, when I can speak properly. So next I'm going to go to Preload. Now Activate Preloading will be already enabled for you. You want to select Activate Sitemap Based Cache Preloading. And if you do have a plugin like Yoast or Rank Math or another XML sitemap plugin on your website, then WordPress Rocket will detect it and you want to select it. Preload links is a new feature that has recently been added to WordPress Rocket, and it's a really cool feature. Basically what it does is when somebody hovers over a link, the plugin begins preloading whatever's on the other side of that, so the page or the post. So then when the user clicks the link, it gives a perceived faster load time, because basically the browser did not have to wait until the link was clicked before it loaded. I hope that makes sense. It's a really cool feature and you definitely need it. Okay, so from there, scroll to the bottom, click Save Changes. Okay, when those changes have been saved, we're going to continue. So you can skip the Advanced Rules tab unless you have a complex website with pages on there that you do not want caching, such as checkout pages, cart pages. And if that's the case, all you have to do is click on there and enter the URL into the Never Cache URL input box. Okay, so then we'll go to Database tab. So this will quickly help you clean up your WordPress database. You can clean up revisions. I wouldn't clean up auto drafts. You can clean up trashed posts, spam comments, trashed comments, expired transients and all transients. Then also optimize tables. From there, click Save Changes and Optimize. Okay, so that's my database cleared. How easy was that? So now you can also schedule automatic database cleanups using the plugin. So all you have to do is click Schedule Automatic Cleanup and then choose your desired frequency. Personally, I recommend weekly. You can even use monthly if you want. And then click Save Changes and Optimize. Okay, so now those changes have been saved. I'll scroll back down. We're not going to configure or integrate a CDN in this tutorial because it's out of scope at the moment of this video, but I will be doing a blog post that shows you how to speed up your website, and I'll talk about CDNs in that blog post. So we'll go straight to Heartbeat. So we go to Heartbeat, you want to activate Control Heartbeat. Just make sure you only reduce activity. If you disable it, you can break some plugin and theme and WordPress functionalities. So just reduce activity, save your changes. Next up, we need to go back to the settings. We want to go to add-ons. If you're using Google Analytics on your website, you want to, oops, not sure what happened there, okay, scroll back down. If you're using Google Analytics tracking code on your WordPress website, you want to turn that on, and Facebook Pixels, turn that on as well. When you've turned those on, you do not need to save your changes. You are pretty much done. There's an image optimization tab, but there's actually no settings in that tab. It's just recommending a plugin to you. I personally don't recommend Imagify. I recommend Short Pixels or Smush. Smush is free to use unless you upgrade to their premium version, but Short Pixels you will have to pay for. That said, I have found through experience that Short Pixel plugin optimizes images much better than Smush, but you can use any of them. Okay, so those are all the settings configured. Did you see how quickly we went through those settings? Especially considering that I'm here rambling on in the video. So if I wasn't going on, it would have been much faster. So now that we've done that, let's clear the cache. So I'll go to WordPress Rocket, clear cache, and then we'll head back over to GT metrics and we'll run another test and see what happens to the load time and the overall performance scores. Okay, so the cache is now cleared. I'll go to GT metrics. So let's run the test. Sometimes you may have to run 2 or 3 tests to get a true reading of the scores and the load time, just to make sure that GT metrics is actually picking up the cached version of your website. Okay, so here we go. Like, wow. So we've spent 10-15 minutes just installing a plugin, clicking some buttons, and we have reduced load time by 3 seconds. So it was 5.3 before, or 5.2, and it's now 2.3 seconds. The Y slow score has improved from a C at 77% up to an A at 93%. The Google page speed score didn't improve as much, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. But you can see it's a C, 71%. Now, most websites, 99% of websites, you can achieve a grade A for page speed score. The reason it stayed at a C after installing the plugin is because if we look at these top 2 recommendations here, serve scaled images, if I open that up, there's an image that's much bigger than it needs to be on the website, and also optimized images. There's, several images on the website that need optimizing. Once those issues have been fixed, that page speed score will go from a C to an A. So I'm sure you'll agree those are some pretty impressive results by simply installing a plugin, configuring a few settings, without having to get too technical, dig into the code of the website, etc. So if you're interested in using WordPress Rocket to speed up your own WordPress website and you go through this link, I do get a small commission. That link is theblogmechanic.com/go/WP Rocket. And the commission I receive is at no extra cost to yourself. It's just a small thank you from WordPress Rocket for my referral to them. And I just wanted to be completely upfront about that. I am an affiliate for WordPress Rocket. But if you do have any questions about WordPress Rocket, I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, just leave your questions below and I'll do my best to answer it. And if you're watching this video on my WordPress blog, just leave your question in the comment box below. Or if you want to email me, then that's okay too. You can just visit the contact form on my WordPress website and send me a message, because I'm always happy to help. I totally believe in this plugin, in this product. Like I say, I've used it many times before to speed up websites for clients that I work with, and I use it on my own WordPress website as well, which currently has a perfect score, 1 second load time, and 2 A grades for the performance scores. Excuse me. And that is thanks to the help from WordPress Rocket. So go ahead, check out the plugin at theblogmechanic.com/go/WordPress Rocket. And like I say, if you have any questions, please do reach out to me, because I'm here to help. I believe in this product and I know it will help you speed up your WordPress website. Speak to you again real soon. Bye for now.